Welcome to this episode of Mommy Sea Star. So today I'm painting a landscape and I'm looking out my window. I want to work with this style of bringing out colors in the landscape, making them more vivid. And I just did this piece from Spain, and I have a very special photograph that I took over 20 years ago. And it's like, I really love that style, but I don't have a lot of photographs right now for that kind of reference. So I am going to just look out my window and do the same kind of style. I'll let you look, see? You can kind of see out my window what I'm working with here.
You need to be done already.
Okay, I can finish it because my last video went too long and I didn't get to a good stopping place. So I have started some things here, the sky and the mountains. I'm gonna work about 10 more minutes and then we can go outside, okay? Alright, so this is the farthest back. That's why I did the sky, that's the very farthest, and then the mountains.
Okay.
Let me have a sip of coffee. Okay. Will you move over here for a little bit? Thank you. My son has had a big day today, right? At preschool. I mean kindergarten, not preschool anymore. You are so big now. So are your friends happy now? Did you play nicely with your friends today? Yes? So you had a better day today.
Yeah, but look what I can cut with.
What are you cutting with there?
The key!
Oh, the key. Interesting.
I can cut with keys.
Yeah. It's kind of sharp, I guess. Sometimes you have to use different things as tools, huh? I'm painting on masonite board, which is nice and smooth. I got it at the hardware store for 12 bucks and I got 4 boards this size, which is a good price for painting surfaces. So if anybody is suffering from this stock market situation or the economy, that's one way you could save some money. Get painting surfaces from the hardware store, much cheaper. And you could get a lot bigger pieces too. I'm using the ultramarine blue for my shadows. So I think that's a little more interesting than black. So I don't mind using black in my pictures. I use black too. Okay. For me, painting from life is especially challenging because I see so much. So it's easy to lose my place in nature and what I'm looking at, being so 3D. But then I always like the result too. It may not be as like accurate in terms of the shapes in my case, but there's a lot other details that come out that wouldn't come out in a photograph. One of the most important being the spirit of the location. I'm trying to pay attention to the light, that the light is coming from the left-hand side, which is where the west is. So as I'm doing these roof tiles, but I don't want to get stuck on them too detailed because I don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna fill in some of this with some orange cadmium, red medium hue. I'm just gonna fill this shape in and get the shape of the apartment building here. So it's some kind of chimney. I really like our neighborhood. We have a lot of really nice people living on our street and in the neighborhood as a whole. We live close to a downtown area, which is really nice. So the longer I live here, the more I appreciate the neighborhood. When I first moved here, it was tough to get used to it because it's a little more urban than I'm used to. And I will use some black. What are you cutting and smashing?
Cutting, smashing.
Mm-hmm. I see. I'm gonna need more white. This is titanium white. It has a little gloss to it. I use all kinds of paint that are, some are glossy, some are matte, and I don't even know which one is what until it's dry. And I kind of do that on purpose because I like to leave some things up to chance. And it gives paintings extra depth. That should be this color here. Roofs are sort of my nemesis because I don't want to ever get bogged down in them, but then they always have important details. Alright, so you can kind of see where that's gonna lead, but I need to get cracking on these bigger shapes. I'll go back and finish these details later. When you're a mom, you're on the clock a lot of times. I'm all on the clock. Just really wanted to paint again because this morning I was getting interrupted, and it's nobody's fault at all, except maybe mine, because I timed it wrong.
Look at this guy.
It just makes me want to paint more peacefully. Oh wow, I love his happy face. And this is the shadow from this. Alright, I'm going to use more white and more cadmium red, and a big brush, so I can paint the front and the sides of these apartment buildings, and they're going to be this peachy pinky color because that's how they are. I'm going to paint the light parts first, and I'll add the shadows. Yes, love.
Can I give some away now? Yeah, it'll be not ready. You need to paint the what's later.
But this part's going to go faster. Watch. we've been cleaning out the closet, or not the closet, actually the garage every day, and so he enjoys that, so that's what he's asking to do again. Okay, now let's make it a little more dark on the side.
Mama!
Yes, sweetheart. I know you want to give stuff away, huh?
Yes.
Okay. After I'm done with doing this a little bit more.
Are you paint?
I'm painting for about 2 more minutes, and then that will be part 1.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna have to do this in a few sessions, I can tell. So this will be part 1.
You're done!
Almost. Look, I'm almost done with this part, and then this will be part 1, and then I'll do it again another day. Well, part 2, okay?
Okay. Well, look, I can get them like this. You have all the teals. You have all the teals.
Hmm. What are you doing with that? That's to keep the window safe from Amy Rose.
I can cut with my nails.
You can.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can just tell you what I can do on the.
I'm
Look.
gonna use purple under here.
Look.
Let me see. What are you doing?
This is what I can do. Cut like
Oh
this.
yes, I see. I like to use purple for shadows. This is where I'm hoping to start to get some depth. I don't think it should be so purple. It should be more red. Much more challenging than photograph for me. Much more challenging. But that's okay, because this to me is, I'm giving myself a course in art right now. I always want to be learning something beautiful, and right now I'm studying art. So this is like my version of college now. Just like to learn something, always. Thank you so much for reading really nicely. This will be a window right here. Slit right there. I'm so happy to get to watch all the artists on YouTube. When I was growing up, we didn't have anything like that. We went to the art museum to see other people's work, but we couldn't see them working at it unless, of course, there were people copying the masters. But I mean, couldn't see anybody like speed up the process like you can now. You could see so many people all around the world creating all these different beautiful paintings, so you could get ideas. Give yourself a course in art like that. Had nothing like that back in the 80s. My mom taught me how to paint. She's a real artist. So my best techniques come from her. I still have a lot to learn because I didn't always listen the best. I was a teenager. really like the shadows in these projects. They really bring out the depth of the scene. And some dark shadows on the boards here. Hopefully where you are, it's starting to come to life more and more. I'm really up close to it, so very close. So I don't really usually judge my paintings while I'm doing. I might just do them, and then afterwards I'll judge them. What do I like it? Does it work as a whole? Is there anything that needs to change? My criticism start to kick in, but as I'm doing it, I don't judge much at all, because I find I can really enjoy it that way. Enjoy the process, and try to look at what I'm seeing, focus on that. Okay, I'm gonna stop it here so that I can upload this video. This will be part 1, and then I hope you will join me for part 2 as we continue. Thank you so much. See you next time.